Hello everyone. This is a push button operated by a bell circuit. In this, bell is being actuated or operated by a push button, and this whole system is being supplied with 12-volt battery, and this negative sign clearly indicates that it's a DC supply or a battery. So this was a basic arrangement having two wire system and supplied with 12 volts DC supply. Now figure B indicates that the figure B is the wiring diagram for the figure A. Here this 12-volt battery is being replaced by this sign. This push button is represented over here and this bell is over here. The circuitry involves this positive section is being connected with this push button and the negative one with the buzzer. So this positive one is being connected with the push button, negative one with the buzzer, and both the things are interlinked, and these both the things are interlinked. C is the single line diagram, and in this diagram, as you can see, this is the bell or buzzer. It's a push button, and this is the representation for a cell or a battery. Two wires are placed over here, so this is crossed twice. These are also two wire system, so this is crossed again twice. It's also two wire system, crossed twice. Two wire system, crossed twice. So it's a very clear pictorial representation for a bell that is being operated by a single push button switch. So moving further, what we will be discussing is we have just now discussed that single buzzer will be controlled by single push button. But suppose if there are two push buttons controlling a single switch, then what happens is there are two push buttons that are controlling a single switch governed by a DC voltage source supplied by two wire arrangement. So this figure can be represented by a wiring diagram in a similar fashion as this 12-volt battery is represented over here. These two push buttons are represented over here, and this is a looping in arrangement, you can say, or this is being connected with a negative sign. So this negative sign is connected over here. This positive sign is connected to both the ends of the push button, and this is a T arrangement. So both the terminals, both the terminals of push button are connected with positive sign with the positive section. So this is the T arrangement that was over here and here. Now this arrangement can be easily seen from here. Now if you suppose that here in this figure 2.18 A and B, there were two push buttons controlling a single bell. But if there are two bells that are being controlled or by separate switches, then the wiring diagram will just change slightly. B1 and B2 are two bells actuated by P1 and P2 push buttons governed by 12-volt battery by two wire system. So this figure was a schematic diagram, and wiring diagram for this is this battery is represented over here. These two push buttons are connected with this battery. So these two push buttons are being connected from this battery. Then these were again further connected to the bells. So these are connected with their respective bells, and the circuit is completed with the bell circuit. So this was the basic idea about how the bells are being connected with the push buttons. Now if you are having a single push button that has to control n number of bells, then the arrangement is shown in this figure which you can see on the screens. These type of bell circuits are applied over places when some particular for some particular applications. Suppose this is a two wire system that was having 6 volt. This was supplied by 6 volt AC supply. Now this supply is actuating this push button. When this push button is pressed, it is given some actuating quantity to this switch, that according to this activating quantity that it has obtained from this push button, this switch gets its location to which of the bell it has to be connected, and it gets connected according to the actuating quantity received from the input segment. So the wiring diagram is very clear that this was a 6 volt battery. That means we are using here AC's frequency generator. Then this was supplying to a push button. So this was supplying energy to a push button, and push button then further to the switch. Now moving on, these 5 bells were all connected to the other end. So these 5 bells are all connected to the other segment by joints. Now these sections will be tapped on these segments. These 5 segments will be tapped with the help of the switch. So these are those 5 segments which are being connected with their respective bells, and whatever the signal will be given by the push button, the switch will be actuated in that particular manner. This is the wiring diagram for this particular condition, and it is very clear from the wiring diagram that 5 bells are used over here. So these are those 5 bells. The number of wires from this was a frequency generator or transformer. So this is the same transformer having 2 wire arrangement crossed by 2 lines. Here there are 6 lines over here, so it's crossed and written N. Those 6 lines are traveled to bell 1. So this is the same 6 number of lines. 1 line is reduced till here, so it's 5, and again 1 more, 4, 3 and 2, and this 2 lines are there. And this switch is represented by this, that will be tapping according to the input given by this particular push button. Hope you guys would have got a bit of idea about this. Now we will be discussing an important bell circuit. In fact, as you can see from this figure, it is a response circuit. Suppose it's a response circuit, that means here 2 bells are being connected with the help of respective push buttons P1 and P2, supplied by 6 volt AC supply with the help of 2 wire arrangement. Now the concept is that the PA, the officer, is sitting. This is the chamber for officer, and this is the chamber for PA, and the officer is sitting over here. And he just presses this push button. If he'll press this push button, This will give an alarm circuit with the help of this bell to the PA that he is being called to the office. In response to this alarm, what the PA will be doing is he'll be pressing this push button P2, and this will trigger the bell B2, and this B2 is positioned in the office of the officer, and he will be receiving an information that PA has got your call and he will be coming shortly. So this is the idea for the PA responding to the particular call. I hope you guys would have gotten